Good evening, and welcome to the Candidate Forum for Pennsylvania's Congressional 4th District. My name is Jamie Mogul. I'll be your moderator tonight. But before we get started, we're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. That's why you see it up on the screen. So if you all could join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening again. My name is Jamie Mogul. I'm Voter Services Chair for the Lower Merion-Narberth League. And in conjunction with so many great other organizations like the NAACP chapters of Pottstown and the Main Line branch, as well as our sister league, the Abington, Cheltenham, Jenkintown Area League, we welcome you to the Congressional 4th District Forum tonight. And thank you so much to our candidates. We're going to get to their intros in a minute, but I'm kind of going to go over just how this all goes in this virtual world, because we're definitely living in a new normal. But it's great that we can reach out to you tonight and tell you about these candidates, give them a platform, and let them speak to you so that you can cast an informed vote. The League is a nonpartisan organization. We neither support nor endorse or oppose candidates. We are dedicated to ensuring that all eligible voters can vote without impediment and cast an informed vote. We want to remind people that the deadline for registering is fast approaching, October 19th. Do not wait. Make sure to check your registration. If you're watching tonight, it means you want to be informed. You want to make sure you can cast your vote. You can also go to vote411.org, the League's platform, and find out more about the candidates from the top of the ballot on down, and prepare your ballot to, again, make sure that you're ready to make a plan to vote. And I want to give a special acknowledgement. It's great we have two ladies running in this race because it's the 100th anniversary of the League of Women Voters and the ratification of the 19th Amendment. Please consider joining the League and the NAACP branches in your area. We can't do it without members to bring programs like this to all of you. And as you know, we've joined during the web. It's a different time that we're living in Corona. We are in the midst of a pandemic, and we do want to make a special salute to all of our first responders. And that's everybody on the front lines, from nurses and doctors to even our grocery clerks that are making things work for us and to save lives. We definitely salute you. So we're not in an auditorium, and usually I would say to hold your applause between questions, but you're at home. Clap away, clap for the candidates. They're here tonight. They're given a forum to make sure that they can speak to you. Tonight's format will follow a similar procedure to that if we were live. And we've already had a rehearsal with the candidates' campaigns. And so we've flipped a coin on the order for the opening and closing. Each candidate will have 2 minutes for an opening and 2 minutes for a closing. And then we'll go into the question and answer. And we've had hundreds of questions submitted from you all. So we'll try to get to as many as we can. Each candidate will have 90 seconds to answer the question, and they will have 2 chits, which is additional time of 30 seconds to either add on to their answer or respond to their opponent. And they'll visibly raise their hand so that our timer in the background can know that they want to do that. So we ask that you listen, and as I said, don't hold the applause to the end. You're at home, be engaged. The entire forum is being recorded and will be available on our YouTube channel. And as the candidates know, it is not to be used and spliced and diced and edited for partisan means. It's to inform voters and must be used in its entirety, and will also be given to public access television like the Mainline TV network. So without further ado, we have our candidates. We'll get right to it. We have Congresswoman Madeline Dean, and she's agreed that I can call her Mad. And then we have the challenger, Kathy Barnett, who's also agreed that I can call her Kathy, so that we can get going on this forum. We will begin with the opening statements, and this has been agreed upon. Kathy will go first, and then Mad, and then we'll get right into the question and answer.
I guess I can start. Hello, Thank you so much for the opportunity to be able to come and speak with you. Before I begin, I would like to say that my thoughts and prayers are with our president, his family, and with every American who is suffering from this insidious virus. By way of introduction, allow me to start by saying I was a little Black girl who grew up on a pig farm in Southern Alabama. I grew up below the bottom rung of the economic ladder. I grew up in a home with no insulation, no running water, an outhouse in the back, and a well on the side. But because no one told me I was a victim, I became the first in my family to go and finish college. I spent 10 years in the U.S. Army Reserves, where I was accepted into officer candidacy school. I spent time in the financial industry, worked in corporate finance, an adjunct professor of corporate finance, and I speak to millions, and I've authored my first book. From a pig farm to now a candidate running for Congress. This only happens in America. I believe my story represents all that is good about this country. But make no mistake,